Okay, it's Laura. I'm back. Hopefully, I'm going to wait just a couple seconds here to let people find me again. I don't know what's going on, but Sandra's here and she said that sometimes on a cloudy day, which it's super cloudy and overcast here today, that the internet or whatever the connections are not as good because of the clouds. I don't know. But anyway, so hopefully you came back because this is going to be a really cute card. I'm going to just wait and give you all a minute. And I think as I'm doing that, I'm going to do just a quick little recap of, okay, so there's Jennifer. Jennifer, let me know. Hopefully this is a better connection this time. If not, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to go with it, I guess. So let me just do a quick little recap. I'm going to put my view down. And so I am making a card with the Window Wishes bundle from our July to December mini catalog. And I have done some stamping and die cutting already. And thank you all for coming back and joining me. Oh, it's still buffering. That is so weird. I don't know what to do. And maybe it is because of the clouds. I'm going to just, I don't know what I should do. I think I'm going to just keep going, and hopefully when you get the recording, it's not going to be like that. But so I have stamped some trees. I've stamped, I've die cut my parts and pieces of my window. And then I have my wreath. And then I'm also going to stamp the car. And you know, I talked on Tuesday about how my favorite thing at Christmas time is seeing a car with a Christmas tree tied to the top. So here's our car. I'm going to stamp it in red. There are wheels. And then I'm going to use this individual Christmas tree here for the roof. So let me get my Real Red ink. Like that. There's my car. And then I'm going to take another little scrap here of white. I think it'll fit on there. And just stamp my wheels. Now, I know the other day when I started, this buffering was going on, but as I went on, I think it went away. So I'm going to cross my fingers that that's what's going to happen today. So those are the wheels of the car. And I think that's all. Oh, and then I just need to do a word, the words, which actually I've already stamped them on here. So I'm going to just use those. You all know how to die cut these, but you can see here is the truck or the car. Here are the wheels. It almost looks like a pair of eyeballs, but someone's peeping at us. But those are the wheels. And then we have the tree dies. So the tree dies, there are two different dies. One that cuts the double trees, and then one that cuts the single trees. All right, so I have already die cut those, stamped and die cut those before I started today. So I think we are ready to put this card together. I'm going to close up my inks. Okay, get all my stamps out of the way so I don't get a boo-boo here. All right, so I'm going to start with my thick basic white card base. Give that a nice crease so that my card lays nice and flat. And I am going to use the small red pattern. This is from that Gingham Cottage designer paper that I showed you. Let me grab my glue. Thank you all for coming back. Hopefully this will straighten itself out. But I do appreciate you bearing with me and coming back again to see the rest of the card because it is pretty cute. So this is my base, and this, I don't know, gosh, you combine this with some garden green and it just, to me, screams Christmas. All right, so I'm going to put my window together now, and I'm going to start, oh, you know what, I do have some more die cutting to do. I got to get everything out again. So I forgot about this, these dies are for the landscape, so the snowy scene. So I have a little paper here. I'm going to just slip this to the side and grab my little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Luckily, this is easy to pick up and put right in place. So I have this little paper here, and I'm going to take these dies, and I want them to be, I don't want them to be straight across. I want to curve them like a landscape would be, especially on like a snowy winter day. So I'm going to do one there, and then this one too. I'm just going to curve those like that. Okay. So I have now these little slopes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these dies out of the way, get rid of my plates here, slide everything back, because we need a snow. If it's a Christmassy winter scene, we've got to have our snow, right? So I'm just going to snip these. Like this. And these are going to be placed across here like that, and then here's this one. And so what I'm going to do is position them right the way I want them, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And that looks pretty good. I like how that looks. So I'm going to put this one down first. I'm just going to put some glue across the bottom. Hey Colleen, you're in North Carolina, huh? But you're visiting your daughter. I think you told me that. Okay, so I'm going to put this flush with the bottom here. And then this is going to slip under there. And I want to leave some space because I'm going to add some trees and things. So this, I'm going to cut this off. It's a little bit wider than I need. And this bottom part isn't going to show anyway. So I'm going to just slip that down there like that, just to create the rolling hills, right? All right. So I'm just going to slip that in there. I just want to make sure I don't want any of the snowflakes to show. So I have a couple solid banks of snow here. I'm going to flip this over and trim this. Like that. Then I'm going to take my black piece that we die cut, and that is going to rest right over that little scene. And you can kind of see how this scene is coming together, right? Actually, the other thing I thought about doing, but I didn't do, was you could emboss this. I know that on my card that I made on Monday, I did emboss my snowbank. I used that splatter embossing folder, and that would be real cute on this, but I decided not to do that today. So I'm going to just dab a little bit of glue on the back of this piece. This is framing the window, and it's real skinny, so you don't need a lot of glue. I'm just going to kind of dab it on here and there. Okay, so I'm going to put this over our outdoors. Okay, just move that so that it's, okay, that looks good. Give it a second. Okay, then I'm going to take, so what I did was I've already die cut a lot of these pieces, and as I was die cutting them, I didn't want to lose them because, like, for example, these wheels are pretty small. So I just stuck them on the back of my Post-it note so that I wouldn't lose them. So what I'm going to do then is add my trees. So I'll take these. These two are going to just be right up here towards the top. So we'll attach those with glue. Let me know if the sound is getting any better. I'm hoping that it is. So I'm going to put those right there. And then I'm going to take another one of the single trees and I'm going to just tuck that over here in this snowbank. So I'll add a little adhesive to the back of that. I'll tuck that in that snowbank there. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to take my red car and I'm going to take the wheels, and this was a brilliant design by Stampin' Up. I don't know if you can see this, but the wheels have this little strip of cardstock that is connecting them. So all you need to do is put a little glue on there, right there like that, and you can fit that right in place. It makes it so much easier, you know, than having like two little circles and trying to get those lined up. So that is so easy to do. And so I'm going to attach my car. Yes, apparently I'm still cutting out, but thank you all for bearing with me. It's going to be worth it when you see this cute card. I need to get my IT man on this. My IT man is my husband. He helps me when I get frustrated with technology, and he is really good at that kind of thing, and I am not. Okay, so now I'm just going to take mini dimensionals. Isn't this cute already? I don't know, I just love this, but it's going to be even cuter when I add the Christmas tree to the top of the car. And I decided to pop the tree up. And that just fits on there like that. My favorite thing at Christmas. All right, we're almost done. So now I'm going to take this panel and, whoops, I got something on there. Back of a dimensional. So I'm going to center this on my card front and just attach this with glue. Move that down a little bit, just like that. So you have a cute little scene, but we're not done because we need to add the frame of the window. I guess it goes like this. So I popped the frame of the window up, so I'm just going to put Stampin' Dimensionals all around the edge here. Put one at the top. I'm going to get all the backings off of these. And this is going to fit right over our window scene, our little scene. It's so cute. Isn't that cute? Okay, so there we have that. And then, of course, I have this cute wreath. And so I'm going to put some dimensionals on the wreath. Oh, and I can't forget to add my windowsill. See how that just completes it? It just finishes it. So put a little adhesive. This is a pretty skinny piece, so it doesn't need a lot. And it does stick out a little bit on each end. So I'm mainly going to just put some in the middle. And that just rests right on the bottom there, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put some mini dimensionals on the back of my wreath. And I gave you the tip about that at my first attempt today to go live. Okay. So this is going to go right at the top of my window, like that. And then I'm going to take my words and just angle Merry Wishes. Angle it both directions. And then I'm going to just trim close to the words. I just want a small little word panel here for this. Okay, and I'm going to put a little glue on either end of this. Just a dab there, and this is going to go across my wreath like that. And I have some white baker's twine, and I'm going to make a bow. And I'll just, looks pretty good. You know, I like to, most of the time I pull my loops down because I'm going to tuck this below the wreath, and I kind of like that look. And I'm going to pick up a glue dot. And that is going to just tuck right under my wreath like that. Or it may just stick to my finger. Okay, there we go. Stick like that. And then, of course, I wanted to add some bling, some gems. And so I thought the red rhinestone basic jewels is their proper name. Let me get all these scraps out of here. I thought that would be really cute. So I'm just going to dress up my wreath a little bit with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to put 5 on here. These are small, and it is Christmas, and I think it just adds a fun sparkle to the card. Okay, so there is my finished card. Hopefully you're all able to hear me. Maybe not live, but sometimes the replay will play right without any stopping and starting, and I hope that's the case today. But I also wanted to mention that if you would like to order product, all you have to do, let me pull this paper up here. All you have to do now is just go directly to lauramilligan.com/shop. That way you know for sure you're ordering from me. Here is my host code, and this will take you directly to my store. And I, of course, would be so grateful for your orders. And I'm sorry about the technical difficulties today. Unfortunately, that is the way it is. Hopefully, like I said, the replay will be better. But thank you all for watching today, and I will see you next week. We have some family visiting, and we're also going to be in major prep for my holiday retreat, which is next Saturday, October 15th. I know that some of you that are watching are going to be coming. We're super excited about that, and so I'm not sure. I plan to go live next week, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Monday, but I will be in touch and let you know. And thank you all for joining me. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Take care, everyone.